Hello YouTube. Hey, I've got my wife's 2004 Dodge Durango two-wheel drive. It has the 4.7 V8 in it and started having some overheating problems. So I tried to do a little research myself. Didn't have a lot of luck, so I thought I'd put this little video on and show some of you what I was able to find on my overheating issue. It'd get so hot, would peg the temperature gauge on hot, and my little red alarm would go off on the dash, so I knew there were some troubles. Luckily I was able to get home, do some research, came up with nil, and I had to get busy. It took me about 3 weeks to figure it all out, but here it is. First of all, I started with the most simple thing. That's the radiator cap. It's a couple bucks, probably $4, $5 there at one of your auto parts stores. Next thing was thermostat. Of course, we all think that's going to be the case. Here's the radiator hose. On these Dodge Durangos, top hoses is not where the thermostat is. It's on the bottom hose, something I learned. It's going to be down there, you can see it, and it's between the hose and the block. So there's 2 bolts you want to take off. Pretty simple to get to. I didn't even disconnect the hose clamp on the hose. I just took the 2 bolts out, pulled it back. Pay attention to how the thermostat is sitting in there. You want to make sure you get the new one and put it in the same way. I think the bolts are 8 millimeters if I'm not mistaken. So like I said, pretty simple to make sure you do it when the engine's cool, the water's not hot, because otherwise you'll be in for a surprise. Anyway, these 4.7s run a 195 degree thermostat, so make sure you replace it with a 195. I understand there could be some issues if you go with something cooler. I'm not sure if it's computer related, air conditioner, heater related, but stick with the factory setting, 195. Put it back in. It's kind of neat too. The thermostat has a little O-ring, so you don't have to go out and get a separate, Velcro type gasket or anything like that. It's already comes with the kit, so simple to install. Drove it for another day off and on, still overheated. So I took it to a mechanic. They pressure tested it, and they said they thought that it would be a cracked block, cracked head, maybe a head gasket. Getting estimates in the range of $1,400 to $2,000. It wasn't making my day. I didn't feel that it was a cracked head or anything like that because there was no smoke coming out of the exhaust. And it had a lot of power. It started right up. Didn't seem like the pistons were filling up with water. The cylinders, it just had too much pizzazz. So I got lucky. I had a friend refer me to another mechanic. First thing he did was check the fan. He put his hand down in here. I had driven the car to a shop, so he was and in here. This doesn't have an electrical fan. This is a clutch fan. And he said for as hot as the motor was when I drove it to his shop, that thing should have been almost like to where you couldn't spin it. And he was able to just take the fan blade and spin it, and it just went over and over and over. And he says that's probably your problem. He took it apart. An hour later, he put a new clutch fan on the Durango here for me, put everything back together, and she's running like a champ. So I hope that helps. The 3 things I did, actually 4: radiator cap, thermostat, 195 degrees, don't forget. We pressure tested it. There could have been a blocked hose. There's a little hose over here that maybe could have been a part of the problem, but I've done some research, and there's actually right down in here there's a bypass hose that is sort of tied into that lower radiator hose. If you crawl under your Durango, you'll see it. But that could be plugged up. I've seen and heard that those could be issues. And then last but not least, the fan. So hopefully that helps, and we'll see you on the road.